Hello Virgo and welcome to Providence. My name is KK and this is your general weekly reading for the week commencing the 15th of November 2020. I hope you're all very well and thank you for being with me today. Once again, this is for the Virgo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs of Virgo, as well as the cross watchers. Everyone is most welcome here. And as always, please be reminded that this is a general weekly reading and to only take what resonates with you and leave the rest for somebody else out there in the collective. We start your weekly reading, Virgo, with the Queen of Cups. The compassionate, the caring, the highly intuitive Queen of Cups. Very emotionally stable, very emotionally balanced. Her throne floats on water. She understands the ebbs and flows of life, relationships, everything in between. A very deep thinking queen, really interested in, highly imaginative, highly creative. These are the strengths of the Queen of Cups. Now, this Queen of Cups can be a man or a woman. I don't read gender into the cards unless I'm called to do so. And will be a Cancer, Scorpio, or a Pisces. Really significant place in your week this week, Virgo. These could also be energies that you are embracing. Perhaps you're embracing your more intuitive side, your more creative side this week, Virgo. Let's get all the cards on the deck and find out a little bit more why this Queen of Cups is featuring so significantly in your weekly reading. All right, card at the bottom of the deck this week. The Nine of Swords. Now, I know people don't like saying the Nine of Swords. It is known as the Nightmares card, but I must admit this card has popped up for a lot of people this week. I think there's a new moon happening this week. I don't know if that's got anything to do with it, and I have no idea why that just popped into my head. But the Nine of Swords, as I said, is known as the Nightmare card. It does suggest some anxiety, some fears, some worries that you have at the moment. Perhaps it's causing you a little bit of insomnia, staring at the ceiling at 2 a.m., giving you some nightmares. This card can also sometimes foretell some more acute mental health conditions. If that is the case for anybody out there, Virgo, please seek some professional advice. You don't need to go that alone. There are many tools and resources available to you. And we don't want anyone to be in that headspace. But for everybody else, this is that anxiety that keeps you up at night, the little worries, the little molehills you turn into mountains at 2 a.m. We've all been there. We all do it. It's unpleasant. Keep it in mind as this week goes along, Virgo. You're not going crazy. You might just have a few nights of it. And Virgo, in the most affectionate way, because I have a lot of Virgos in my life, worrying is like a mental exercise for you, Virgo. There's a tiny bit of you that enjoys it. Please take that the right way, Virgo. I mean that with great affection. And there's your card. Virgo, the Hermit card, crossing the Queen of Cups. So the Hermit card is always a card about you doing a little bit of soul searching. Some time for reflection, some time for introspection you are looking for this week. You're seeking your own inner guidance, your own inner wisdom. And no matter what image I've ever seen of the Hermit, he's carrying this lantern. And the lantern is lit by that universal star, speaking about your own inner guidance, your inner wisdom that you are seeking at the moment. It's crossing this Queen of Cups. Very, very interesting. I feel this Queen of Cups is somebody, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. And perhaps you're doing a little bit of soul searching about your relationship to them. I'm not suggesting you're in a relationship with them. They might be a friend. It could be a co-worker. It could be somebody in the community. It could be a family member. It could be your romantic partner. But there's some sort of soul searching, some sort of reflection that you are doing this week in regards to this Queen of Cups. I think you're a little bit worried about, as I said, your relationship with this Queen of Cups. You've got the Eight of Cups in your past position this week, Virgo. And the Eight of Cups is a card that signifies an abandonment of some sort of idea of plan. You're withdrawing from a situation, a circumstance in your life, because you're feeling very disappointed with the outcome. And the best way I can always describe the Eight of Cups is actually to speak about the next card in the suit of cups, which is the Nine of Cups. Because the Nine of Cups, as we all know, is the big wish come true card. Your heart being full of satisfaction and gratitude that this wish has come into your life. So if we take a step back to this Eight of Cups, all those 8 cups here are full to the brim of potential, of opportunities available. Perhaps you've been through every single one of them and your wish, your dream isn't there. So you're turning your back to go on search for your wish come true. You're withdrawing from this situation. You're abandoning this plan. Perhaps it didn't work out quite how you thought it was going to. And this is what's moving you into this Queen of Cups energy. I feel, Virgo, that you've turned your back, or you've withdrawn from this Queen of Cups in your life. Again, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. And this Hermit card here is suggesting you're doing some soul searching about that. I think this Queen of Cups is what is got you a little bit anxious up here as well. What's this Queen of Cups done? Well, you've got quite a little bit of synchronicity going on here. The 7 and the 8 of Cups. This is the 7 of Cups in your grounding position, Virgo. Now, the 7 of Cups is about opportunities. I like to call this the buffet, the all-you-can-eat opportunities card, because it's got a little bit of a trickiness about it. It can be an illusionary card. These are all your options, but choose wisely, Virgo, is the name of this card. As you can see, all those cups are available to you, but choose wisely, because you might not want the serpent up there in the corner or the devil down here. I mean, you might want the jewels. I also have a saying that goes with this card, which is not all that glitters is gold, meaning choose wisely. Choose wisely where you're going to go, what your options are, what opportunities, what people, what pathways you decide to take, Virgo, on your chase to your dreams. This Queen of Cups. Interesting. You've got the King of Swords here in your crowning position, Virgo. And the King of Swords is the great intellectual power, the authority of truth. He holds the sword of truth in his hand there. You know, he's very independent, has very clear boundaries, very direct way of communication. There's 2 things going on for me. This could indeed be somebody you know, a man or a woman, and we'd be speaking about a Gemini, Libra, or an Aquarian. Perhaps this is where you think your opportunities and your future lie with the King of Cups. The other interpretation of this is that you are embracing these qualities of this King of Cups. You've got great mental clarity, King of Swords, pardon me. You've got great mental clarity. You're following your own truth. You're being very independent, Virgo, on your search for your wish come true. And then the Knight of Pentacles is in your outcome position this week. Now, the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight of the tarot, but for good reason. He brings the offering of hard work, of routine, of being focused, of being disciplined, of taking a conservative approach. This is how the Knight of Pentacles makes progress and sees productivity in his life. This is right up your alley, Virgo. So keep going on this path. You are going to find your dream. You are going to have your wish. Choose wisely here. I think, as I said, I think you've turned your back somehow on this Queen of Cups, and you're just re-evaluating if that still sits okay with you. Really interesting reading, Virgo. As always, I like to take one final message just to summarise the weekly readings for you. But if you are resonating with this reading, Virgo, by all means, please give the video a like. Feel free to leave a comment if you would like to. And if you haven't already, please consider clicking that subscribe button below the video, as I do have ongoing weekly readings available for everyone. Let's get this final message out for you, Virgo. I just have to say one thing to you, Virgo, because I'm hearing it over and over again. Queen of Cups, Pisces. I know it can be Cancer, Scorpio, but I keep hearing Pisces. It's a Pisces in your life. Right up your alley with this particular reading. The number 60, Swan Spirit. And the message the Swan Spirit brings is time to take a deep dive. This is in relation to the Hermit card. You're really, really doing some soul searching about this Queen of Cups at the moment. Soul searching, you know. Options to choose from. You've really got to work this out in your head this week, Virgo. So you can, set up those boundaries, have a clear way of communication, all these things that the King of Swords is offering you there. Let us see what other messages Swan Spirit has for you this week. When Swan Spirit arrives, you are called to take a deep dive beyond what is easily available on the surface. You may think you know what is best for you now, but take the plunge into the depths of your awareness, for there is knowledge you are not aware of and a great treasure to discover. Deeper understandings await you, and a perspective that comes from a greater self-knowledge is what you need right now to better understand a situation or a relationship. As you come to know yourself more intimately, so too will you come to better know others. So Swan Spirit asks you to go beyond the surface of what is happening between you and others and resist the temptation to judge by superficial appearances. Know there is a much deeper potential for loving connections, forgiveness, and mutual understandings. Choose to deep dive into your why, asking the deeper questions of yourself. You are led by the grace of Swan Spirit. I will leave you with that as the final message of the week, Virgo. I wish you a fabulous week ahead, and I do look forward to seeing you all next week. Until then, from me to you, much love and light. Bye-bye.